Hey, yeah, hey.
Fight!
I'm on the rise, I'm on the rise, yeah. Hey, I'm on the rise, I'm on the rise, yeah. Hey, I'm on the rise, I'm on the rise, yeah. I'm on the rise, yeah. I'm on the rise, yeah. Hey, I'm on the rise, I'm on the rise, yeah. Hey, I'm on the rise, I'm on the rise, yeah. Hey, I'm on the rise, I'm on the rise, yeah. I'm on the rise, yeah. I'm on the rise, yeah. Hey. Hold up, who got it like I? None in sight, paradise, pair of dice, paradigm. Put him to the side, look into my eyes, you'll be mesmerized. Holy Christ, I sacrifice and live twice like Christ. What can you say on my life? They don't know the price, too high to fly. In the sky, I'll be flying by. Watch your rise in my burn at sight. I'm that nice guy you wanna meet on the side. Went to the dark side and back twice. To give the sunrise, it's a much better life. High fight, watch me be the fly's pilot. That is the way that I've been designed.
Yeah.
So much mileage that I laughed you twice. How much
Yo,
does it
yo,
take
yo,
for you
yo,
to
yo,
die?
yo.
They wanted to humble me, but that ain't right.
Happy
Not
hump
exactly
day, y'all.
what's inside. I stride, and you wanna pull me to the side?
You are currently listening to Empath E, Micah. So I guess I've been saying your name wrong, Micah. I've been calling you Mika, but it's Micah? What's up, y'all? So you're listening to Micah's song, one of like Micah's songs. If you guys remember, well, if you could tell from his name here on YouTube, Micah Music, he's a musician. Apparently he's a rapper, and I thought I wanted to, I noticed the music part. I was like, hey, why don't we play his music at the beginning? And we were like, yeah, cool. And he emailed me and he sent me his music, and this is what we're listening to. And it's dope. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, y'all. Welcome in. Thank you, Micah, for sending us your music. Definitely here for the collective, here for the crew, yeah? Share your art. Let's share it with the collective. Let's get this shit out there, y'all. Let's let ourselves be seen. Now is the time for it. Yes? Welcome to The Sip, and welcome to Divine Conversations. Welcome, you guys. Hello, 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 hello. It is so wonderful to see you all. Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. Yes. It is so good to see you all. I hope you guys are feeling well today. I hope you are enjoying your day. I just realized I did not get myself any water. I will do that in a moment. Hello, everyone. Archangel, Lexi, Jeannie, Julie. Who else? Marie. Hi, guys. Welcome in. Hugs and Chris. Yay, you caught us live. Welcome, welcome. Thank you all so very much for tuning in. I hope you guys are doing well. So, I have a little bit of a something that I want to discuss with the collective, and that is what our title of this reading is, or this session is so far, and it's called Starting to Find Comfort in the Unknown. And this is something that I've been wanting to speak with the you women you. Hello, darling. This is something I've wanted to speak with the full collective, both Patreon and you guys here, but I just haven't had, I've been having trouble. Mama Piplove, hello. Having trouble finding the exact words for this feeling that's coming over me. But it was defined today by listening to someone that I've been following for years. She's actually one of the first YouTube card readers that I found, that I started following during my real strong ignition or awakening process, or what I sometimes refer to as my twin flame awakening. A nakeding. The twin flame situation really does make you feel naked, doesn't it? In some very extreme ways, in some really vulnerable ways too. It's kind of crazy. But during my real awakening, she was one of the first card readers, specifically one of the first card readers I found. She is actually an angel card reader. Her name is Michelle Patterson. She is Angel Souls 444 on YouTube. And I don't really follow her much anymore. She was someone that I followed a lot, very heavily in the beginning, but over the years, I haven't really paid too much. I think our energies have kind of shifted in a way where we're on not opposing sides. I have nothing against her. I think she's a wonderful person. I have a lot of respect for her. you know, as a reader also, but as a channeler, as a fellow channeler. But that's the thing. She channels differently than I do, and she has a different process than I do. And just as individuals, we have certain differing opinions or different understandings, but that's natural. That is how life is supposed to be. But anyway, over the years, I've kind of gone in a little bit of a different direction, but I still listen from time to time. And there was something that she posted, I believe it was today, early today, it was about how things are shifting and things are changing. And hold on, wait, I need to redirect myself again. I need to call this energy in again because I seem to have lost it a little bit. But there's something specific. There's something very specific about what she said in this video that put me in this energy of understanding that there's all this chaos around us, and there's an ability to, or there is a feeling within the collective of being able to find comfort in all of that. And I did kind of touch on this a little bit. It's like being surrounded by all this stuff out here, but having this one little core that you know you can always go to, that feels good, that feels safe. And part of being in that core of energy for the collective, what that feels like right now is looking outside at everything and just laughing at it, just being able to laugh at it, looking at it and looking at the ridiculousness of it. Not to say that this devalues or is meant to devalue or trivialize what you really feel, because you could be looking at some really tough situations in your life, or maybe in the lives of others, or both, and be in it and feel like this is no laughing matter whatsoever. But from this safe space, from this little nugget of energy that is the core, the center of who you are, or what it is you wish to accomplish, or all of those things encapsulated in this safe space of love, from this point of view, you can look out at all of it and just laugh. In some cases, this feels like, for some people, there's nothing you can do but laugh. And instead of just laughing for the sake of it, instead it feels like you're laughing, like you're really laughing about it, like you're laughing because of the joy and or the humor that you're finding in the situation. It's a very tough place to be in, and I find myself in this part of the collective. I find myself in this energy as well. And in terms of what it took me as an individual to get there, it has taken me being in a consistent confinement of sorts, and spirit not letting up on it, and me having to work I am hearing myself say fight my way through it. I do feel a lot of my shadow coming forward here, because a lot of this stuff did turn out or end up fairly traumatic in ways that, you know, the divine or your higher self is not intending to inflict upon you. It's just a nature of the circumstance, how things work out, what ends up happening in the situation versus what was really intended. It's like what, you know, spirit or God source creator or you even intended to experience something in this lifetime, many things in these lifetimes. But let's look at this one, for example, this one thing. You intended to experience this one thing in this lifetime, but in the planning process, before you physically incarnated here, it was not known exactly how things were going to turn out. And one of the biggest ways we can say that is look at the law of free will. The law of free will says that anyone and everyone has the intrinsic right to do what it is, what they want at any given moment. That person, it is at their full discretion. So that right there is a wild card. And each and every individual that comes that even down to the plants and, well, more the animals, I don't know, but especially for humans, you have the right to free will. Each and every person has that personal wild card. Because that wild card is not just a universal wild card. It means the same thing for everyone. No, everyone is different. So how an individual uses that wild card, how the individual colors that wild card is also in and of itself a wild card, because it is intrinsic to each and every different individual. And each individual is different, right? So, Damn it. You see, I talked myself out of it. Now I lost where I was going with that again. I do this to myself all the time. But that's okay. I'll find it. Oh gosh. I really lost it this time. Anyway, you have this wild card. You have free will. So you intended to experience this one thing. But we can't say from that point of view, the planning process, we cannot say exactly how it's going to turn out. And what the trauma will say, to make a long story short, the trauma that you end up with at the end of that situation, once all is said and done, it varies. And there are an infinite timeline. So you're experiencing as a soul, zoomed out as a soul, you're experiencing all of this infinite anyway, and you're learning from all of it. But from an individual, from a specific timeline point of view, in this timeline, you experience X, Y, and Z that created an extreme amount of trauma, we'll say. End result is you learned your lesson, or a lesson at the very least, hopefully, but you also sustained X amount of trauma. So now you have to deal with that fallout. But I'm saying all this to say it's not like your soul intends for you to get hurt like this. But we do go into this fully aware that it's probably gonna hurt a lot, quite a bit, okay? Spirit is very aware of our perspective here in terms of how actually painful this is. I mean, yes, they can live vicariously through us, but they are still not necessarily this individualized consciousness or personality experiencing it the way you are. And it's not even like they're meant to feel it, because it's meant to be your experience. And that feels like such an inspiring thing, or at least potentially an inspiring thing to say. No one else can feel it because you're meant to feel it. It is your experience. And in that sense, you could feel kind of special. I would say, yes, go ahead for it. But then there's also the other edge of the sword where it's like, yeah, but also, how do I relate to anyone on this? How do we relate to each other? Well, that's what our job is to find out. At least in terms of the realm of, the seventh house, interpersonal relationships and social things. But okay, because ultimately, yes, this is a very personal journey, but we are also, why is the word running away from me? Social creatures. It was literally like, it was right there and it kept like, you can't catch me. Anyway. That is some tea right there, y'all. Internalization versus externalization. Yes. Yes. That is a delicate balance. Internalization versus externalization is yet another dimension of, but also expression of, the duality that is these incarnated lives, these human lives right here, right now. Okay? So anyway, we're talking about finding comfort in the unknown, and part of what Michelle Patterson's video was about was finding this, like finding some sort of sense of joy or something within the chaos of what's going on out in the world, and knowing that you're safe and protected, and that seems to be a big game changer for the collective right now. That seems to be one of the real ways that this massive change is being catalyzed, is going to continue being catalyzed. It's because it's doing what is really what it's intended to do. It's intended to create situations and circumstances for us as individuals to have to do nothing else but go within to find your answers. No matter how many of us up here, readers and psychics are trying to be in these positions, whether we're called to it or not, whether we feel called to it or not, we're trying to be in these positions of being energetic interpreters for you. Ultimately, no matter how many of us there are in the world, you will still have to go within to get your real answers, to get your true and final answers. And that's exactly what this time period is intended for. They're going crazy out there. But that's the point, and that's what's happening. And that's the game changer. That's what's shifting things so drastically for you. That's why I feel like if you're feeling like you're doing all of this and getting nowhere, but then spiritually, psychically, your heart, everything within you is telling you, no, keep going, stay the course. And sometimes it may be kind of urgent in that sense, but you feel like no matter how much you do, you think you should be getting further, but you don't really seem to be getting further. That's an effect of this rapid change that's happening energetically. It's like your physical reality doesn't have enough time to allow things as they are to materialize in your world, because they keep shifting. Because I'm seeing this energetic swirl, and yes, everything rotates, but like this feels kind of like a Wheel of Fortune energy in terms of like things are changing so rapidly, or the energies are still kind of coming together. It hasn't reached a final form yet. That's it. It just hasn't reached a final form yet. And in many cases, what I'm seeing is this is actually your energetic vibration getting more and more rapid, raising higher and higher in frequency, which means that it's starting to, we'll say, rotate or move or maybe oscillate. I heard oscillate at a higher rate. So let's say this is the energy of your soul moving this way. You see how it's rotating like this, right? Okay, it's a specific speed. That's one, what is the word? I was just using, I'm so sorry, I'm getting so tripped up in trying to explain this. But as you raise that rate, you're moving higher in frequency. And the higher in frequency you go, the faster it rotates, the faster it moves. And so what I'm seeing is your physical energetic vibration, both inside and out, are raising in frequency, are getting higher and higher in frequency. You're speeding up. Your energy is speeding up. And as your energy speeds up, yes, it generates more heat. Part of the reason why it's like we're separated as these physical beings. Part of the reason why we're separated in this way, or it seems that we're separated in this way from, like, say, where we are in the third dimension to the sixth dimension, is because our bodies, physically speaking, if you were to be in the vicinity of a soul that was physically with a real true physical representation of that, the reality of that soul in the third dimension, the frequency of that soul would be so high that this body in front of you would be nothing but pure light, and it would be hotter than the sun. Or maybe as hot as the sun. No, excuse me. Hotter than the sun. Think about that. Contained in one entity of some sort of physical matter, right? Right next to you, in your vicinity, about the size of a human. That would be so hot, it would melt everything around it because of how high the frequency is, because of how fast the energy moves. I hope this is making sense. But what was this? Oh, so what I was saying was your frequency is rising. I'm seeing you physically. So this is for some people that are really kind of fairly new to either this part of the process or the process of a spiritual awakening at all. Could just very well be, regardless of where you are on the spiritual journey, it could just be you leveling up, straight up and down, like long and short, you're leveling up, period. Okay. I could have said that 20 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. I don't know. I'm kidding. You're leveling up. All right, cool. Let's see. What are my notes here? Oh no, that was from yesterday. I didn't write any notes today. We haven't really even talked about the chart yet. Although I'm saying I didn't really see much in the chart to talk about. You know what, Rose? I meant to say that. I meant to use that. Because Micah's song is I'm on the rise, and I was all like, in my head I was like, grand rising, y'all, but I don't really say that, and I completely forgot. Whatever. Anyway, grand rising, Rose. I'm sure Gigi Young did talk about this in some way, because part of my coloring of what I understand, part of my understanding comes a lot from the information that Gigi Young shares. So yes, I am not surprised of that. And I'm actually kind of honored and flattered and, oh my God, fangirling a little bit. Oh my God, Gigi Young, stop. Please, stop. I feel that though. When I'm in my zone and getting my own answers, my heart literally heats up. Exactly. That's also why, yes, thank you, Julie. That's also why, Josiah, when the angels are around you, or you know when a higher vibrational being is around you and you are sensitive enough, or you've become proficient enough with your sixth sense or your extra sensory senses, I guess, extra perceptional senses, is it? Anyway, you will know when higher beings are around you because you'll feel the heat of a representation of their physical being, because it's just outside. It's just outside of our perception right now. That's all. Just because we're not ready for it. And it's thank you. And I was actually thinking about Gigi Young as I was going through that whole process, but I missed this tangent. But also, this is very similar to how Gigi Young explains contact with extra terrestrial beings, or like aliens or whatever, which are real, but like, so like there's the interaction with like the Greys, and she talks about how the Greys are actually are a version of humanity that has lost their essence out because of all of the technological advancements that they tried to create. Ultimately, there is a timeline of humanity in which we get so degenerated so much, but it feels like it's because we've lost our feminine essence, very similar to what happened on Mars and what killed Mars. But these Greys have had contact with us, but they've come in and invaded our humanity in very individual and specific cases, but they've invaded, whereas someone that is really of a higher mind or of a loving higher vibrational presence will never invade or push themselves upon you, will actually find ways to work with you, to introduce themselves to you, and even like kind of get permission or bring you to awareness of what it is they bring forward towards you and how it is they can help you, because they understand from this point of view that if they expose you to too much, it could really hurt and damage you. And the opposite, where the Greys here, they don't really care, and they make it feel like they care. I don't really know why that's has to be part of this this distinction, but there it is. There's an example of something that's dark versus something that's of light. Okay, something that's of darkness and something that's of light. Now, the understanding is that the higher you go, the more intense the knowledge, whatnot, whatever. But many of us are not ready for that contact yet. It would blow our minds. It would blow our sensory systems. Like they vibrate. Some beings vibrate on such high levels that if they were to like show them and like interact with you in that physical sort of way, it would like fry your nervous system. Like this is like. This is not the, you know what I'm saying? Like this is serious. And it's taken very seriously by those who care. So I guess I'm saying all of that to say that's how you recognize that if you need to. Oh boy, the tangents I'm getting on today. Stop. We're rising into the day, not mourning the day. Oh yes. Well, I guess also though, when we tell people to mourn, I think we're, at least from my point of view, I'll speak for myself and I'll say I'm saying it from a place of allow yourself to grieve, allow yourself to feel what it is that you're going through, not mourn because, you know, we want to keep you in a sad place, but we want you to feel these emotions and express them and work through them so that you can move on to celebrate the day. Or, you know what I mean? Have your moments of releasing whatever, feeling yourself, go through the release of whatever it is you need to be releasing. Oh, excellent, you woman, you. I'm glad you guys are able to follow, because sometimes I can't even follow my own damn self. But anyway, I don't really know if there is anything. We should probably move to the chart and at least look at it and check in with it today. Maybe this should be a daily ritual, you guys. If we are really trying to And you know, this is kind of where it gets hypnotizing a bit, or maybe somewhat dangerous. You want to be careful what you employ these faculties with. What I propose is that we employ a faculty towards daily checking in with the sidereal chart, the true sidereal system, what this system is, because this, if this is really what it says, what people say it is, and okay, play devil's advocate, if this is really what people say it is, then this is exactly what our sky looks like. So if we're constantly checking in with this every day, we're creating a habit, and we're creating an imprint, a physical, conscious, three-dimensional, waking imprint of what the zodiac is. If you really want to connect with it, this is what you want to be doing. You want to be creating these habits. You want to be creating these imprints, but imprints in positive ways. That imprinting is how we learn, grow, and expand as society, as beings, as consciousness. So this is a good habit to build. Of course, this is the type of habit that you want to be very careful that you're using with, because you don't want to go around intentionally building bad habits for yourself, which are subjective, okay, but still, you don't want to do it, right? Oh, all right, cool. So put that to the side. Anyway, we've got this full moon is still going on here. Maybe that's why I'm feeling so fired up in these tangents. And also the moon is about to conjunct with retrograde Pluto very soon. Woo, that could be a blowout, especially coming out of a full moon energy. I remember there was a conjunction a few months ago. Wasn't there an actual conjunction of the moon and Pluto during a full moon? And wasn't that when I was talking about the villain archetype of, like, the Maleficents, or I'm seeing Disney characters, by the way. the Maleficents, the Jafars, the Scar, who else? What else am I seeing? Gaston, maybe, whatever. All of these evil villains, but I mean like the super villain energy. A full moon conjunct with Pluto would be like mad scientist level power, or like mad evil super genius type of portal like way. Now, for this full moon, it's not happening exactly while the moon is full, but it is happening just as the moon is coming off of its full power, okay? There may be like... if there is an hour, I don't know. Actually, I'm guessing here, but we can animate this and see. But it's at the very end, you guys. It's at the very end of this full moon, so it's not the full potential, but hey, a wise practitioner knows and is already prepared. So, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Be aware of that. Okay, great. We are going to progress this by an hour. Let's see, by the hour here. I want to see. Yeah, see. Okay, yeah, it's coming off of this full moon now around, what is that? That's 3 o'clock? Wait, hold on. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's coming off of the full moon now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, shit. Wait, is that... That's... Wow. Okay. But like right on the dot, boop, at 29 degrees of Sagittarius, there we go. On the 13th. So what is this? Midnight on the 13th? Yep. Wow. I mean, stroke of midnight. That's some hex shit, yo. I swear to God, y'all. I am not making this up. We're looking at this chart together, aren't we? Let me, make sure. Yes, we're looking at this together. At the stroke of midnight on the 13th tonight. So like midnight on the 24th then is when the moon conjuncts with Pluto. That's some mad villain, mad evil villain, like type of throats. Ooh, and you remember, wasn't it yesterday that we were talking about some person's last ditch effort? Like, this person is better off admitting defeat. This would be, in theory, really, in keeping to like this mad evil villain energy I'm feeling, this would be a perfect time to cast a massive spell, a last ditch effort, y'all. So all I'm saying is put on your shields, honey, because it's about to be raining fireballs around here. I'm being dramatic. But still, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about that. I'm about to pull some tea on that. It might be tea. I think it's time. It's tea time is soon. It's tea time soon. Let me turn on the, I'm going to turn on the pot, because it's tea time soon. But we've got the 7 of Cups with the 8 of Pentacles. So, okay, this is what Spirit wants to say in terms of today's energies here. We do have this, we're still vibing with this full moon. All jokes aside, back to the seriousness, back to the real world here. Let me come back. Okay, noon on the 13th. You do have the 7 of Cups with the 8 of Pentacles. Spirit right now is acknowledging that you're doing a lot of work and there's not much to show for it. We get it. We get it. But you're in a building process right now. What else just came through? Let me switch over. Let's switch this view here for you real quick. What just came through now, yes, you do have the 7 of Cups here, but you have that with the 8 of Pentacles. Yes, that's true. But now the 3 of Pentacles has come out. So this is kind of confirming here, you guys, that you are working on it. You're working diligently on it. The universe is recognizing this and is taking it into full account, into full awareness. None of this is going unseen or forgotten, okay? They are really wanting me to emphasize that for you. They really want you to understand that even though you don't have much to show for the work that you're doing at this time, or the work that you've been doing, really we're talking on a long-term basis. This has been a long-term situation or engagement or manifestation that you've been trying to bring in, but we're seeing it. It's here. It's coming. We see the work that you're doing and it's not going unnoticed. Judgment is at the bottom of the deck. Look at that. Keep up your diligence. Keep up the good work that you're doing. Because they're tying this back to that analogy of the cycle that I was seeing, the rotation that I was seeing, and how it was getting quicker, and why that's kind of a wheel of fortune energy for you right now. Why your reality doesn't have enough time to catch up to what your energetic vibration is. To be a reflection of it, because your energetic vibration or your energetic reality is changing, is shifting, is growing, is expanding. And the work that you're doing, the diligence that you're showing, 3 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, is creating the momentum in the movement that I'm seeing. But there's something about it in which it's still changing, or it's still growing, or it's still shaping. It hasn't settled. And this is in the process of happening. This is why you're not seeing but nothing but a mix of signals, 7 of Cups, in your physical reality. One moment it looks good, the other moment it doesn't. One moment it doesn't make any sense as to why this is happening, and then another moment it does. But none of these different circumstances are matching up yet, because there's nothing for it to anchor itself to yet. That core of it, that's the core central aspect of whatever it is you are manifesting, is still under development. And the good, diligent work that you're doing, 8 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, is showing up, but is causing this being, this reality, this manifestation to grow and to expand. That's how they're saying it. They're like, we've already explained it. It's the work that you're doing that is creating this momentum. So keep doing it. I guess that's the last thing we failed to say. What we meant to say, keep doing it. Keep going. Don't stop. That's why you're hearing, don't stop. Stay the course. Follow through. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. That's what, keep going. Okay? That's why you're hearing this. And this is why this is why the energy of this full moon felt so subtle. Because it is subtle. You want to know why it's so subtle? Because you're working on such a micro space. You're working on such a micro aspect of it, but it's such an intrinsically important aspect of it. So it really requires or is due this amount of time and focus and care and sculpting. It's precious. It's the core. It's the pearl at the center of it, within the oyster. Okay? It deserves to be this precious to you. Because think about it this way, the more time you take right now in developing and planning and manifesting and feeling through this energy, this new reality, the more time you take now, think about it this way, the better off you'll be later on down the road. Why? Because you'll be greater prepared. Is the simplest way I can put that. I couldn't even describe that to you because being that prepared is so infinitely different, because this is a collective of people we're talking to here, right? So insert means of efficiency here. I don't know. Insert whatever here for your specific situation. Okay. Is there anything else? Is there anything else you want to say, Spirit? In terms of this full moon energy, in terms of starting to find comfort in the unknown. See, yeah. You know, it took me so long in life to realize that there really is comfort and stability and surety in certain levels of discipline. Discipline doesn't have to look like some of the extreme things that humans make it into a lot of the time. And it turns what could be a very healthy relationship into something extremely toxic and manipulative and abusive. And that's not what discipline is. Discipline is not a means for abuse. Discipline is a means of nurturance when applied appropriately. And that's what I feel like also this starting to find comfort in the unknown is, because I feel like you may have found a strong sense of discipline in something, however minuscule that is for you. Okay? It doesn't have to be some big grandiose gesture or expression of discipline. It could be something very small that you've been keeping up with that is improving the quality of your life, or is intended to improve the quality of your life, right? There is comfort and stability and a surety there. Whereas outside, there's chaos. That is what I feel like there's maybe many of us are experiencing or have been experiencing the effects of a Saturn return over these extended a few years. You know, I feel like this is a big pocket of energy. Are dealing with it because this has Saturnian effects to it. I have one card here. It's the Ten of Wands. Interesting. I have to remember what I was just... The discipline. Okay, Ten of Wands. I can't believe we're about to have a conversation about discipline right now, but we are. And it's funny that we're having a conversation about discipline during a Sagittarian new moon, full moon, not a new moon, excuse me. During a Sagittarian full moon. We're talking about discipline right now. What? But I mean, Sagittarius can be seen as somewhat of a Hierophant energy in terms of its 9th house association. Higher learning, higher awareness. Yes, diligence and good intentions in the smallest things benefit us greatly over time. 6 of Cups. It's this discipline and yes, diligence that is helping us to untangle. So what I'm seeing with the Ten of Wands is the Ten of Wands represents a big mess. I've been seeing this like ball of hair or ball of twine or something that's just gotten all, it's in a big knot. And someone needing to actually pick that knot out. This is not the type of situation where you can just cut it out and it'll be fine. No, you have to unravel that shit. Okay? And that's a challenge. Like that's a make sure you make some time every night or every day or something. Make sure you are disciplined or diligent about working on this thing, because this has got to get out of here type of energy, right? Whatever it is you're doing, I feel like Spirit is speaking to, for whomever this is for, Spirit is speaking to one habit that you have, or maybe a set of habits that you have that are proving to be very beneficial for you somehow. Keep doing that. Spirit wants you to keep doing that, because it's that habit, that diligence, whatever it is you've been keeping up with, following through with, that is improving your quality of life somehow. It's improving the quality of life for you in terms of being able to work out whatever it is you need to untangle. 10 of Wands and the 6 of Cups in terms of the past. Damn. Overall energy at the bottom of the deck, and I didn't see this until just now. Overall energy at the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Swords. You're funny, Josiah. The Ace of Swords. Truth, honesty, clarity. This is giving you the edge that you need to work this out. For some of you, you do have to, like, it's like a surgery you're having to do. You have to work, you have to cut this out. Somebody may actually be having some sort of surgery. And this could be a tumor, benign, or, God forbid, malignant, or just a growth, or some sort of energetic or spiritual surgery that you need to do because of some sort of growth. But this is a long-term situation. This is something from the past that has been allowed to fester there, or has been allowed to grow or manifest into more, which has ultimately manifested into, maybe for some of you, some sort of form of physical illness that actually needs to be cut out at this point. Okay? Either way, you're untangling this mess in terms of this diligence. That's what you're doing. Okay? So keep up with it. Yes, okay, yeah, no, I'm not taking all of that. But yes, that's what we're talking about here. The 3 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles. This diligence is helping you untangle whatever it is you got going on here. Survival habits versus balanced growth. Yes, that is an excellent example, Josiah. Prayer and emotional literacy exercises. Yes. Having to work out the spiritual knots. Yes. You got it. Yeah, currently dealing with that, Jeannie. Coffee. No, definitely neither one of those. That is not what we are talking about at all. Neither you nor Josiah. Okay, neither of those are we ever talking about. No. 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 Alrighty, kids. All jokes aside, we've got, where did the Ace of Swords go? What? Hold on, wait a second. Did the Ace of Swords fall away somewhere, or did I shuffle up the deck? I don't remember now. I don't know. I don't know what I did with that Ace of Swords. But anyway, that's all right. So that's more of a message for the full moon there, you guys. You know, starting to find comfort in the unknown, but you're finding comfort in the unknown because you're getting solid in who you are amidst the chaos. Because why? You've been going within. You've been going within. All right? Strength. You're taming the beast. Okay? This is beautiful. This is so beautiful. All right. I am going to pause for a second, get myself a glass of water, and then it might be tea time. I think it's piping hot. Yes, the pot is piping hot, y'all. All right, cool. Well, I'll be back in a moment. Yeah. It's tea time. It's tea time, everyone. Yay, tea time. Yes, yes, darling. Yes, dear. Come, gather round, children. Gather round. We have tea time. Hey, I just want to check in. You guys are enjoying the music. Excellent. I just want to make sure it's at the right volume. Is it a little bit too loud? Or are we good? Before we continue. Well, hey, Akira, welcome in. Glad you made it. Yeah, so the link to the YouTube channel that I'm using for this is in the description box below. It's called Lo-Fi Girl. You will also find the link to Micah's music in the description box as well. The song that we started our session with today. Yay, tea time. All right. I also need some chapstick. So we're going to get into tea time, y'all. We're going to see what's the tea. Excellent. It's perfect. I am glad to hear it. Let's do this, y'all. What's the tea for the collective today, Spirit? What are we spilling today? Of course. I swear, y'all, I'll keep this on. Like, I'll play this at night. I told you guys this before, but I had a whole vibe at one point where I would keep my back door open. It would be like dusk. I think it was in the fall or just at the beginning of the fall or something like that. And it was dusk and it was a really nice, cute vibe. I had some like very soft lighting. I would burn some incense. I'd have the doors and windows open and it like the garden going. And it was such a vibe, you guys. I mean, like, it got to a point where I kind of I started making myself stop listening to it so much because I knew I wanted to work with it. I didn't want to outplay it for myself, but anyway, I highly recommend. Highly recommend. All right, 2 more shuffles here, and then we'll get into this tea. All right, I'm seeing purple. I'm seeing purple, you guys. It's a good thing, though. Higher awareness is settling in. I'm seeing High Priestess energy. What are you becoming aware of? You have the Fool here. Okay. Whatever leap of faith, I am definitely seeing the High Priestess now. Whatever leap of faith you want to take, this is a calling from your heart. It's something that your inner child is leading you towards, is wanting you to do, is influencing within you. Whatever it is, pay very close attention to it, take it seriously, because it's very well possible. And what I'm seeing in this High Priestess energy is I feel like you are starting to get connected to, you're starting to get really into alignment with this timeline for yourself. So whatever it is you're working on, however it is you're feeling, whatever it is you are psychically tuning into during this time period, this is very connected to the earlier message. Keep doing it because it's getting you in alignment with this timeline here. And what I'm seeing in the High Priestess is I'm seeing the truth about it start to materialize within your consciousness. And you need to stop questioning that, because the truth that you are perceiving of whatever it is you're manifesting, whatever timeline it is that you are tuning yourself to, whatever truth you're seeing about it, hearing about it, experiencing whatever synchronicities you are experiencing here, pay close attention. Take them seriously because it means that it's working. And part of this High Priestess energy is the loving, unconditional love of the universe, of God, Source, Creator, saying, take it, take this opportunity, encouraging you to do it, saying yes, that this is the right thing for you to do. This is the right thing for you to do. Keep going. Okay? The Fool. Continue taking this leap of faith. You know, sometimes we get this time thing messed up. When Spirit talks about a leap of faith, it could be one instance, one moment, you literally taking the jump, like jumping or saying the words or quitting the job or signing the lease or ending the lease or giving your notice, whatever, taking that could be a momentary instance type of situation. But sometimes these leaps of faiths are overextended periods. So a leap of faith could be the process of you putting together a business or putting together a business proposal. It could very well be a process of creating something. Taking a leap of faith could be writing a whole album. The process that takes, creating or painting a picture, writing a song, like whatever. It doesn't have to be an instant like that. Spirit really wanted me to clarify that for you. Oh, thank you, Always Grinding. I'm glad. I love the way I deliver messages too. They're very fun. I really enjoy this. Anyway, let's keep going. Queen of Cups is your first card here. Queen of Cups, Four of Pentacles. That is not appropriate. Oh, okay, all right, all right. But what? And then Spirit throws the curveball. Okay. Bear with me, you guys. I need a second here. Somebody needs to walk away from someone. I mean, we still have this story of a divorce. I swear to you. Queen of Cups, Four of Pentacles versus the King of Pentacles. Queen of Cups versus the King of Pentacles here. At one time, this person was the queen to this king, meaning she was the Queen of Pentacles. At one time, she was his wife. Whether physically, as in they are now completely divorced, or at least they're in the process of doing it, or emotionally, mentally, like this person no longer feels like the Queen of Pentacles, instead is the Queen of Cups. And I wonder why this person switched from the Queen of Pentacles to the Queen of Cups. Have you become flooded with sorrow? Have you been the Queen of Pentacles so much that you have completely disregarded your emotions, or in the physical sense, your waterworks? Have you completely neglected the piping, the plumbing in your house? And now that shit's overflowing or leaking all over the place, overflowing all over the place, leaking and overflowing all at once. Clogs here, clogs there, a jammed septic tank to boot. You're overflowing with emotion at this time. That's what I'm feeling when I asked the question, why has the Queen of Pentacles now flooded herself into becoming the Queen of Cups? Well, because she has been flooded, and it also feels like this person may have a legit reason to feel this flooded. It may not just be that this person has been neglecting their own emotional plumbing, their emotional circuitry, but they have been now flooded with emotion because of some sort of circumstance. Okay. Queen of Cups, Four of Pentacles. What I'm getting for the Queen of Cups and the Four of Pentacles, what I'm getting either for or from the Queen of Cups, Four of Pentacles, is that this person is holding on to their state. But really what they believe in this state. I want to make that very specific. This might be transitory. It may very well be transitory in terms of the fact now that now this person is overwhelmed with emotion because of something wrong that is going on in a marriage. And this is a temporary thing, because once this thing is worked out, either together or through means of divorce, eventually or hopefully that will pass and she'll be able to settle back into the Queen of Pentacles again, or maybe in a different way, or maybe stay the Queen of Cups. I don't know, but maybe get to be a healthier thing. I don't know. Maybe she doesn't. Maybe she gets stuck in this. I don't know. Anything's possible, right? But okay. All right. You get it. Now, Seven of Cups, the Lovers, the Eight of Pentacles, Justice, and the King of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles here may be a boss or a mentor. or an investor or a colleague. But if this is a colleague, this is someone that has more influence than you do. You don't have as much experience. You don't have as much pull. You don't have as much clout as this person does yet. But the fact of the matter is right now, you're not on their level. Okay. Someone that either pulls the strings for you or could pull the strings for you or could pull a string for you or has enough connections to like make something work or to sabotage something like that. Okay. Someone of this type of power is what this feels like. If this is business for you, this could be a situation in which you were the Queen of Pentacles with this person. And I feel like in terms of that, you were a colleague of theirs then. To some extent, regardless of the degree, you were colleagues of some sort. Even if it was just that you worked in similar fields or something like that, but were wildly different departments. I don't know, whatever. But you seem to be, or this Queen of Cups seems to be holding on to some sort of virtue, ideal, value, something of value. And she's turned into the Queen of Cups because now this Queen of Cups energy is like emotional. It's now an emotionally driven situation. Ooh. Because of something this King of Pentacles said or did in defiance of or in disbelief of the Queen of Cups, or I guess at that time, the Queen of Pentacles, ability to do, achieve, or accomplish. And now she's gone full Queen of Cups with the shit because she's put all of her emotions behind this now, because now it feels like she has something to prove. And it's so very interesting that it's not coming up as the Queen of Wands, don't you think? If that's really this person's story, why is she not the Queen of Wands? Why is she the Queen of Cups? Because this is purely emotionally driven. Okay. As I'm talking through this now, you guys, I'm starting to see how it might be different from what I initially thought. Because I initially thought this was another story of how someone needs to walk away from a relationship, or at least is going to be walking away from a relationship. But now, part of me wants to say to someone that there may be some aspects of this that you may want to walk yourself back from because it's too emotionally driven. Okay? Just a few. It's not that deep. It's not too serious, I'm hearing, but there may be some things that, could end up doing a little extra damage in the end that wasn't ultimately necessary, that could have been avoided. So there may be some things that you may want to walk yourself back from, some stances that you may be keeping up. You may want to retreat a little bit on some of those things just to make this easier on yourself, even if not necessarily easier on the other people, maybe easier on children if there are children involved, but easier on yourself ultimately. Whatever, fuck them. Make it easier for yourself. Don't even do that. Don't even bring that up. Don't even say that. Don't even push that button, even though I know it's so easy to push. I mean, it's literally right there and it's glowing this neon push me, but no. Come on. Don't do that to yourself this time. Okay. Now, Queen of Cups. I'm saying all this to say because the Eight of Cups is at the bottom of the overall energy here, the bottom of the deck with the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, there's the Queen of Wands. Oh, there's the Queen of Wands. Okay. I stand corrected. Here she is in the flesh. All right. So there is passion behind this as well. Okay. Seven of Pentacles. We'll see. So, okay. All right. I mean, I'm going back and forth on what this means here. So take it as it resonates because I'm just channeling one big old collective energy. But walk away. Walk away from these individuals that say you can't do something. This feels like it might be a very feminist type of thing also. Okay. And I mean that with all the respect and love in the world. All right. So take it as it resonates. But you do have the Seven of Cups with the Lovers, the Eight of Pentacles, Justice, the King of Pentacles. This is saying to me that there are infinite amount of ways that one can be successful, that something can work out. And it's really, regardless I wanted to just say irregardless. I mean, I know, you know what it is? I watched Mean Girls last night. I love that fucking movie. But anyway, at one point, what's her name? I don't even remember. She says irregardless, and I literally just heard irregardless. No, it's regardless. Thank you. Regardless, not irregardless. Regardless of. There it is. See? Regardless of. There it is. Okay, good. Great, we're on the same page. But regardless as to whatever this person has to say or what they feel about it is what I just heard. The choice of what you work on or the work that you do, the choice of the work that you do to bring justice into your life is yours. And then there you are showing up as the King of Pentacles, standing in the face of those who told you you couldn't or wouldn't be capable of. So is this an extension of the message from yesterday of being able to overcome or defeat your enemies? Is this King of Pentacles your arch nemesis? Oh, shit. Well, look at that. You might as well just walk away from that right now, Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Wands, because your passion, your desire, your fire is what's really fueling things here, is what's really making this situation tick, not this asshole, King of Pentacles. What? I feel like I want to say, just because you have a bunch of money, you think you can tell me what I can or cannot do with my life? Fuck out of here. You don't know who the fuck I am. Not to say that I'm some big shot, but you still don't know me from fucking Adam. So who the fuck do you think you are telling me who the fuck you think I am or should be? Like, get out of here. You see, I'm very passionate about that. Oh, okay. Ugh. Sorry, guys. I had a moment. My shadow was having a field day with that one. I need to collect myself for a moment. But that's okay. Let's just wait and see how this turns out then. Seven of Pentacles, strength. Okay. Let's just see how this really plays out then. Cool. You place your bets then. If it's really that serious to you, then place your fucking bet. Like, put your goddamn money where your goddamn mouth is. Or shut up about it. Whew, okay, well, there's that. Let me tell you something. Are you... Oh, yeah. Okay, Bonjour Bunny, I see you, boo. All right, hey. I got all the sauce for you, honey. I got all the sauce you will ever need, darling. It is just spewing out of me by the gallon. That's gross. That is so gross. Oh, Lord. I love you guys. Oh, this is so much fun. Because absolutely, yes. Words are not matching actions or revealing more than he thinks, and you are over it. Hello, Manorma Singh. How are you? Manorma, your picture is one of my favorite images of like all time. The duality in that image is beautiful. I used to have that as my screensaver of an old computer lifetimes ago. In the beginning of my awakening, really. And I want to say, when I say the beginning of my awakening, I'm really just talking about one moment in my life, in things in which it feels like spirit or the universe kind of like upped the ante. Or at least you could say it's when I got really fully activated as a psychic, a light worker, a guide, whatever you want to call me. But it really, there's more to it than that. I mean, that includes or encompasses my whole journey as a being, going from the moment of conception all the way up to where I was at that time in my life. I mean, that is all a part of the process, okay? So I just want to make that clear. I'm like gonna do it. Watch it over. I mean, watch it as many times as you need to, darling. Please. I highly encourage that. Yes. Yes. Do we? Okay, let's get a closing message from the Crystal Manzala deck. Crystal Manzala deck, honey. Yes. Yes. Yes, hunty. Alright, cool. Cool, man. Cool. 2 more shuffles. Let's get this closing message to complete our session for today. Thank you guys so much for being here. Please make sure to smash that like button for me. Yes. Card number 54. Goddess Pele and Lava Stone. Melt into divine desire. And you know what's interesting? What was I going to say? What's interesting is, you know, this safe space that I'm seeing, this core space where you're finding this sense of joy and happiness, and where you're starting to find comfort in all of this unknown and chaotic energy around us. I was seeing it as something like this, only it wasn't red. It's pink, but this is giving me feelings of that. Okay. This is giving me feelings of being in like an egg, even. Yes. Of being an egg, maybe. A consciousness within an egg that ends up getting fertilized. Wow. Okay. But also, it's in the energy of melting into divine desire. It's like you are melting into this space that is the core within you, which is in which all your desires lie, and that's where they all reside. That's you. That's your core. That's you. You're melting into that. Into this safe space within you that will always be there and will always be safe no matter what's going on outside you. That is always there. And so I guess we're finding that core. And I guess this is that pink heart chakra within the center of the green normal heart chakra. You're finding your heart center. You're finding your core. You're finding your ooey gooey center. Ooh, your lava filled center. Oh my. Yes, that passionate lava. Yes, that lava core. Okay. All right. Cute. A seed opening to reach for the sun. Yes. Beautiful. Card number 54, which does boil down to a 9, guys. Endings. Endings, right, Chia? Whoop. Ooh. All right. Card number 54, melt into divine desire. Hold on. Let me do it this way. Sorry, guys. Okay. We bring you the empowerment of melting into divine desire. There is a time and a place on the spiritual path for detachment. The ability to step back and perceive from a neutral perspective can bring great clarity. There is a time for the mind to become clear and peaceful and open to divine guidance, even if that means temporary loss for greater long-term gain. There is also a time to melt into divine desire, to allow your passion to motivate and inspire you to attain great progress on your divine life journey, where less fervent longing could not. Desire doesn't have to be a distraction from your divine path. It can be a way you discover what has meaning for you and what you feel strongly enough about to never give up on. Keep going. Keep going. Don't stop. No, please don't stop. There you have it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that was helpful for you. I am sending you all so much love. Yes? And I hope you have a fantastic day. An absolutely fantabulously tastic day. Yes? Yes. Excellent. I'm glad we're in agreement. I am so glad we are in agreement. And I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Yeah? For Thursday. Hey, happy hump day, guys. We are at the middle of the week, man. We're that much closer to the weekend. How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? Let's find out. Do you guys remember in the very beginning where we used to make that joke? Beginning of this channel? A 1, a 2, a 3. Crunch 3. That mean old owl. Oh well. Anyway. Happy Thursday Eve. Yes, Rose. I like that. All right, cool. I love you guys so very much. And I will see you tomorrow. Okay. Bye.